Right, hello. After fixing a few more little visual issues I've had, we're now going to start by actually getting into the game. Now it's loaded. Right, so we're in Tubeville. We haven't cost any money, we've got 70,000 to start. We're on a Boreal map, which has got some quite nice opportunities for the looks of it. We've got a nice big area here for building out a nice large city, I think. Like over here would be a quite nice place to do a large city, over there. And then this island would be quite a nice place to build a little bit, connecting on all of those points into those islands. We could build a little industrial place somewhere. I think that would be quite nice to have a little industrial area of the city. So just make it all high tech and futuristic, I would say. Right, so we're gonna get started. Let's build that first road. Can we turn off those tips? Gameplay. Show you in game guide pop-ups, there we go. Also got those settings there, so you've got turn off chirper, daylight cycles off, weather's off, road names are off, because they are all things that seem to irritate me just a little tad. Right, so now we've got that, I'm going to go for the classic, start off nice and square, I feel. Right, got that, we'll do that. There we go, so there's a left hand drive going this way. We'll build with a gap, I think. So let's make it look nice. We'll want to do that there, and that there. Just get a nice start. Right, what we're going to do about sewer, just check this water flow. Right, so water's pumping around into there, is it? What's going into here? Right, so we're going to dump our sewage over here. And we'll fetch our water from just over here, I think would be good. Mainly because then we've got a flow of water constantly going. Also that's a quite neat and straight for us there. Right, so if anyone hasn't played City Skylines before, which some of you might not have, you start off by building a little patch of a road where you can place down your your zones, which you start the game unlocked, which is the delete one there. You've got low density residential, low density commercial, and low density industrial, or just industrial. Right, so we're going to fill this central area with the green low density residential, and if we pop up speed here a little bit, we'll see eventually someone might start moving in. Pop up the hut. Oh, there we go. We've got foundations of the house coming in. Build, and then we've got these houses coming in. Now these houses are going to want requirements, otherwise they're going to be unhappy. So these guys don't have water or electricity. So we're just going to pause the game and hook up some water industry. So what we saw here is us hooking up the sewage and water. Sewage they'll get later on, but for now, yeah, we've got sewage there. Or water, you can also build water towers. That will also out. For us, we're going to do this. We're going to run power line here, so that will get powered as well. Then we're going to run one from the city down to here, and that's all connected on one grid. Then we're going to build an industrial area of the city, which we're going to do doing this. Actually, we're going to build it one further. I'll put it over there. Right, this, and we're going to do one over there. This isn't always going to stay like this forever. I will end up upgrading it probably. Here you can right click on these to flip the direction of the one-way roads. So I'm going to do that because it's left hand, so we're going in on the left, out on the left, to keep traffic flow optimized. Because we have traffic flow, which is a real pain. Traffic flow which can get really busy eventually and start causing a lot of issues for everyone, because the goods can get delivered to the commercial areas, so sales go down, making less money. What else? Yeah, people can't get home, so they don't go to the job store, which also makes money. Industrial can't sell their goods, which makes less money. The better traffic flow you have, the more you invest. the more you invest into your services, the more you get out of them, basically. So we're gonna keep it nice and basic for now, but we'll expand later on. So we've got different. Right, now moving on. Before I start going off on the topic, we've got different types of building tools. We've got the fill tool, we've got the square draw tool, we've got the small dot fill tool, which does that. You've got square, which doesn't square. And you've got the large circle tool, which is called the large brush and the small brush. I always call them circle. Small circle, large circle. So we're going to zone some commercial there, and that should give us that. Now these guys want some water as well, so we'll just hook up their pipelines. Now yeah, you've got paste pipelines to fill in water and Aleki, as I've seen it called before, but we'll get the power grid up, which we need to connect. There we go, connect that up. You don't have to connect those, but now if we start speeding this up, we'll lose some money, but we'll get those in. Water's pumping. It'll take a little bit to flow through the pipes, I imagine. Come on. What is that? Water drain pipe. Oh, I placed the wrong type of pipe. Oh, idiot. There we go. Right, that should be now pumping water to us today. Perfection. Right, so now our industrial zone's going up, which is looking good. We've got that going up, so we're going to start expanding, because look, we've now got our demand here. Green is it correlates to the things I saw earlier, so the green is like the residential, which we're going to pop in some more of now. Just expand it nice and simply. And boom. Right, so that's pretty much everything in the base game. We'll just speed it up. Yeah, that's pretty much just the how you start off in the game. Now I'm gonna do this a little different to this. So there we go. I've got those in there. Boom. Boom. We're going to fill that in there. Perfect. Perfect. Now if we go into the camera mode, as you can see down here. Oh! Never mind. Little hamlet, we've achieved a population of 320. We now can unlock 2 forms of money stuff, which is taxes and loans, which is quite handy. We've got garbage, healthcare and education, so people are going to want those, and the buildings that come with them. Now, see we've unlocked the healthcare tab, which needs to be we need to place healthcare buildings or medical clinics. Now these dispatch little vehicles which come out here, and they'll go to any places that are sick, instead of people driving to them. Or sometimes people can drive there, or people can work there as a place of employment. So it can hold up to 100 people, and it has 8 ambulances which will distribute to an area, which is shown by this little green bar here. So anyone in this green filled area will get healed by that. Same works for the school, but people will go here to get educated, and it has a much smaller radius of effect. So it also makes people happier, which will cause them to fill up these bars here, which will then make improved houses, which means more people, and they'll pay more taxes. Right, so next on the list of things I have to explain, I will explain. We can bump up taxes here to 11. All these buildings, it should be fine. Shouldn't get too mad with us. It's my usual tax rate. I think that's what I found is the limit, unless you really push it, otherwise I'll start getting annoyed at you. But that will help bring our balance into the positive before we start losing a lot of money. Now, I'm going to build another one here, and I'll expand this here, ready for the next one. Right, so fill in here, boop. There we go. Got that next bit done. I promise it does get a little bit more interesting, but it's just this starting up bit, takes a bit longer. Right, and the last one, garbage. Right, you see here we're running out of money, but we're now in the positive. That's great. So almost reaching lots of the next one. Before we do that, I'm gonna... Oh, never mind. 650 people. We can now unlock a new area. We've got districts, policies, another loan, district specializations, and services policies. We now have the fire, police, and unique buildings. We now have new industry specializations, forestry and agriculture. We have power and water usage for policies wise, and smoke detectors. And we have a firehouse and a police station, which we now need to add. Right, so we're going to take out 60,000 loan, which wouldn't have been there now. So we're going to pop down police station. I'm going to expand this out one. Then we'll put in this fire station, which will then cover that. And I think I'm going to pop another one just in here to make sure they don't catch on fire. So we've got the money for it, and we've got the taxes to hold it. Next, we're going to want to add in the garbage, which we forgot to do earlier. And right, you want to be careful here, because you see this purple outline. If it's in that area, it'll pollute those houses, making the citizens unhappy, therefore moving out and not making money. And again, as you can tell, this game's all about making money and improving your city and preparing it for the future. Okay, we've now got garbage, which will then send out trucks to collect the garbage from all these houses and take it and store it there. Eventually they'll get full, so you have to build new ones, or you can buy incinerators later on. Alright, so we've got some unique buildings. We've got Statue of Wealth, which you can place down, and it will improve people's lives. So like having a park. So we're going to build this because I feel like it, because we're wealthy. And then if we speed this up, we should have more people. People should be more pleased, and people should like, visit the park. And you can hang out there. But it's quite a nice looking statue. It doesn't really fit in with the area, but it will do for now. Right, next on the list of things, we're going to expand some more residential zones. And we're going to rework this power over here, because I want to be able to access these slots for building here. So I want to be able to put some commercial along here. Then I want to be able to put some power. No, apparently not. There we go, sorted. Right, as a quick thing for future videos, if you want to see me play a game, let me know in the comments. You can have a look at my Steam, or you can go through the games and I'll have a look and I'll buy them or play them, and you can watch and enjoy and hopefully get entertained from it. I mean, this isn't very entertaining at the start, as you can tell, but it'll get a bit better later on if you're a fan of city building and kind of like management games. This channel will quite only be more of your thing than anything else. But yeah, just let me know what games you want to play in the future. I'll get on it, do a bit of research, and hopefully I'll be able to play them for you guys. I'm planning to do a Lara Croft playthrough as well later on. That could be good. I'm also planning on... Oh, never mind. We've now got landscaping, event policies, parks, plazas, level 2 buildings, football, pet plan, smoking ban, parks and recreation, subsidised youth, come one, come for all, match security, and we've unlocked gravel path, pavement path, and canals, high school, and all the parks. Right, so before we get into that, I'm just going to pause this. I'm also planning to redo the Stardew Valley series I did before. I think that would be quite interesting to properly do that again. Yeah, as again, let me know in the comments what you want to play. Right, now back to this. First things first, we're going to finish up these roads. So, we're going to draw all these roads once again. I think that's right. Doesn't look right, but I think it is. Yeah, that's 4 by 3 blocks. so we'll have to draw another block there to match. Is that straight? Yeah, it is. So we'll do longer ones here. Or what I can do is this. Boom, boom. And then do boom, boom, boom. Then all those. I think that's what I did. That looks sort of right, but we'll add commercial to all to the outside of here. Perfect. We'll add water to these. We've got the first design of our city block nailed down. I'm going to spam those in. Right. So I'm going to aim to release daily videos. I know that sounds crazy. Not really crazy, but a lot of people do it. But yeah, college student. So it's going to be a busy schedule for me, along with all my work and everything like that. So I hope I can do that because it sounds fun. I'll give you something to do, frankly, and I think I'll do well. Right, so now enough of me awkwardly ranting on and stumbling over my words. We are going to place this district. Right, districts allow you to set rules and policies for your inhabitants, which can be set specifically for them or one group of people. For example, I can make 2 districts here, one for here, one for that side, which will cover all of the area. I want using the different size brushes. So we've got our industrial area, and we've got Evergreen Heights, which is the other area. I want to fill this in. There we go, make sure I get all of it. Let's go Evergreen Heights. Again, leave some comments and we'll name these 2. Appropriate names, please. But yep, we'll name those 2. And let's fill in this one here. Send population. Let's have a look at these. We'll have to pull some more of those. Right. So you can have policies to these districts. So we're going to add some policies. Right. We're going to do... How much money do we have? Do you reckon we could do smoke kitchen? But I think we'll do parks and recreation. Because all it does, it seems, like it doesn't need to cost anything. And it increases land value around parks and plazas. Like, my budget is exactly the same. If anything, it improved. Because now we have better land value, which is this here. Green is land value. So this is high. This is low because it's awful. So we're going to plop in a nice fancy little park in here. There we go. That will cover a lot of people. And that will increase the value of houses around it. So you see here, a lot of them start to go a bit more blue. We'll put a small one here. That will also increase it, and that will increase the land value. Land value means the prices of the houses goes up. So you see it went from 1920 there, which is perfect. Oh, pardon me. Then we'll pop another one down here. That will improve house prices down here. So that will be all good. Now we're going to build some more industrial buildings. There we go. There we go. Boom. Let's just speed that up. Oh, we need to expand our district here. That's not what I wanted. Smaller brush. Perfect. We've got Evergreen Heights Unhill District, which we'll rename eventually. Alright, some other policies. We can't access city planning and taxation ones. We have a smoking ban, which will decrease happiness, but increase health. We've also got a recreational use, which could be quite useful, if I'm being blunt about it. I'm so funny. Blunt about it. Peak of comedy. Peak of comedy. Peak of Look at that, we're raking in 2,500 a month, pretty much. It's not bad, it's because we've got all these parks. Parks are a good investment. 24 a week, 8 a week, 1,000. So this one costs more, but it has a higher radius, so we can pop it in the middle. And we can put this one here, so increase this. Buff up these, let's put one here. Oh, we've run out of money now. How much it cost to move it? There we go. Take out another loan. What I used to do was take out that. You can pay back this one. So you can take out, like, so I used to have this loan and get it really low, then take out that loan to pay off that loan. Then I'd have to pay less overall. Right. So, if we've now got a decent chunk, we can pop in some more these little wonderful things called parks. I don't know if you know what they're called now or not. Oh, again, population boost. We now have another area, we have some more transport, new buildings, we now have bus services. We have oil industry specialisation, we have recycling, and now we have recreational use. We have the highways and new layouts, we have a cemetery, and an advanced wind turbine for power. Right, first things first. Policies, recreational use. There we go. Perfect. That'll make everyone happier. Let's cover that up. There we go. Now we're going to add a bus service. Now this is going to be noisy, so we're going to pop it up here in the industrial district. Right, and now we want to run a bus service through all of these. Ready? So improve happiness. The more services and things you provide for your people, the more they will like you. Right, so I want to run this back through here, up through here, around here, then back onto here. There we go, got a nice little route. We can view this in the transport panel. We'll click on here, show the vehicles, map stops, metro trains. We've got planes and boats, which can also be seen there. Right, so I think we're gonna leave it there for this episode. We've built a lot. We've got a lot done. We built Evergreen Heights. We built the industrial district with the bus service, and we've got the buses going, which are currently doing very well for themselves, like as you can see. But the amount of detail in this game is wonderful. Oh, it looks amazing. It doesn't look, water doesn't look too great, but what can you do? But the level of detail in here, just having a look. Now poking at this house here, very nice. So yeah, that's gonna be all for today's episode of City Skylines. I hope you tune in next time to see what happens to the city of Tubeville and its inhabitants, and how I'm gonna try and improve their lives. But with me as their ruler, who knows what's gonna happen to them. Thank you for watching. See you next time.